Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel and the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel. This is the Wrestling Challenge Review Series for the 26th of February 2000, or not 2000, no, um, 19 and 95. Timothy Well against the British Bulldog, taking us off here. Bulldog still managing to be a babyface. I guess they're going towards the sweeps week or something like that. Bulldog hip tosses, punch kick, and really basic maneuvers along the way here. And Timothy Well, who hasn't been seen as much, kind of slowed down the push of Well Done. I don't even know that Harvey Wolfman's still with them as much on every show there, but continues to be moving forward and pretty basic stuff, shoulder tackles and other such. Hanging suplex after the clothesline by the Bulldog. This match never really gets off the ground. It's kind of two guys who never really fully click. Stephen Dunn and Timothy Well both out there for each other. Harvey Wolfman is there, but there were some house shows at the time Harvey wasn't with Well Done, so I don't know if there was a plan to maybe turn the babyface at a point, didn't work out, or what the plan was, but the match runs a little longer than it needs to, hooking suplex and ultimately the hanging suplex and the running power slam from the British Bulldog here. Then we move to the next in series of matches, which is Duke the Dumpster Josie and actually Mantar versus an enhancement talent. Mantar out there with Jim Cornette, clothesline by Mantar. Also a running spine buster from Mantar, enhancement talent, not having much luck by any stretch of the imagination. Mantar never really goes that far. That's why it's easy to skip his matches. Front facing slam, and ultimately Mantar in control. Jim Cornette manages to get the victory there. 1, 2, 3, and away we go. Stephanie Wyan taking over in the event center area. Stephanie Wyan, the co-host of Mania, and also trying to get some event center reps in, apparently. Duke Josie and Reno Riggins. Josie not really having that many notable things going on at the time. Chris Nelson is the opponent of Hakushi coming up next, but Reno Riggins is the opponent for Duke Josie. Riggins gets a couple of shots in under the chin of Duke Josie. Josie hits a shoulder tackle and a couple of other basic maneuvers. Big hip toss and basic things here. And ultimately getting things where they need to go. Josie there managing to get a couple of pretty basic maneuvers along the way. And big, trash compactor power slam from Josie, getting him where he needs to be, and ultimately taking him to the pay window and victory. Hakushi with Shinja against Chris Nelson. Very basic maneuver. Hakushi using hair and chops and ultimately some martial arts, back kicks, handspring elbows, and the like. Of course, Hakushi Jinjei Shinzaki, who never really gets over in the area, hits a swanton and a couple of springboards, getting him a victory going forward. Then we go to highlights, or actually, before we get to highlights, Smoking Guns Head Shrinkers from Superstars, which, to be fair, is where the Smoking Guns start to turn heel. We will leave that for the Superstars event, though. Bill Payne and Kama are adversaries here. Kama hits a couple of martial arts level shots and a couple drop toe holds. Belly to belly suplex. Kama trying to do the Supreme Fighting Machine. Also hits a couple of Muay Thai level kicks and gets a quick submission. Trying to do the martial arts thing there. And ultimately, Going to the next in series Action Zone being talked through. Lee Tobin against King Kong Bundy here. Bundy getting ready to face off with The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Not a match that goes all that well by any stretch of the imagination, but Bundy hits a splash or two in the corner, a couple of forearms, and the big splash, 5 count. Still a member of the Million Dollar Corporation, and gets a quick victory over Lee Tobin here. Gets the 5 count and ultimately a victory. And there we go. Um, it's there, and that will close us out for today. Before we get there, though, Diesel promising to take care of Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. Former friend Diesel basically is a pretty um, lackluster champion even by this point, but they're still trying, and they try with him through November. In any event, we'll be back with more right after this.